It's such a lovely day that I thought we'd have a story outside, and our activity after the story is a good outdoor activity as well. So, our book today, again, we're learning about transport, and today's transport book is Super Submarines. Shall we have a read? Super Submarines. A submarine is a kind of boat that dives beneath the sea. Below the waves is such a strange and wondrous place to be. To travel down it takes in water till its tanks are full. The weight of water gives the submarine a downward pull. When it's underwater, the propeller makes it go. The hydroplanes can tilt to steer it up or down like so. The rudder also steers the sub and turns it left or right. Computers help to navigate. Down deep, there's not much light. The periscope can poke above the waves to peer around, but further down the submarine depends on sonar sound. A submarine needs crew to keep it running night and day. The crew need living quarters where they eat and rest and play. Submersibles are different subs that probe the deepest ocean. Down that far it's still and dark, there's hardly any motion. But even there submersibles discover deep-sea creatures which glow or carry lanterns and have very funny features. Submersibles are used to rescue divers or explore. They sometimes salvage sunken wrecks upon the ocean floor. They're used to service oil rigs, lay cables and fix pipes. Their robot subs have cameras and arms of many types. But look, our sub is rising, the work below is done. Very soon the busy crew will see the sky and sun. Its ballast tanks have emptied, they've pushed the water out. The submarine is back in dock, hooray, the sailors shout. Submarine bits. A hydroplane. This tilts to steer the submarine up or down. Periscope. This is used to see what is above the surface of the water. Rudder. This swivels to steer the sub from side to side. Submersible. This is a different kind of submarine that carries and controls the robot sub. And here is the robot sub. And it says this mini sub can reach into small and tricky spaces. Right, now I've got a great idea for a challenge. Okay, so our book was all about submarines. Now submarines are really clever because they can sink or float. It got me thinking a bit about sinking and floating, so I thought it would be a good chance for us to find out a bit about what materials sink and what materials float. So, I've set up two areas, one for things that sink and one for things that float, and I've got lots of stuff to try. So first thing I'm going to try is this button. What do you think? Will it sink or will it float? Oh, that sank straight away, didn't it? That's a very sinky thing. So I'll pop it on the sink side. Next I've got a toy ice cream cone. Let's see, what do you think will happen when we put this in the water? It floats. Fantastic. Next up, I've got a knife. Will the knife sink or float? Ooh, I think that sank even quicker than the button. What about this plastic cup? Ooh, look, it's starting to fill up with water because there's holes in the bottom of it. But will it float or will it sink? Once it's filled with water, it continues to float around. So I'm going to say that floats. Next I've got one of Sophie's plastic dogs. Definitely floats. Ooh, one of Mrs. Ledger's bottles of potion. and it's a full bottle. I wonder if that'll make a difference. Oh! Well, that went right down to the bottom, but then it floated back up. So I'll say that floats. Next I've got an egg cup. Now I wonder if I'm very careful, then it might just float. But if it gets knocked a little bit, oh no, we're doing okay. That seems to float. It's interesting that, because last time I put this in on its side, and it sank straight away. So I might pop that in the middle, because sometimes it sinks and sometimes it floats. And lastly I've got a sock. What do you think? Will it sink or will it float? Oh, is it going to stay up? Oh, it's going down a little bit now. Oh, as it gets wetter and wetter and heavier, it slowly sinks to the bottom. So it does sink, but it sinks quite slowly. Lovely. I wonder what things you'll find in your house, and which ones will sink and which ones will float.